Hello, everybody. We are back with the next semi-final coming up just in a minute. We're going to have SY versus Secret. We've just seen Suomi versus Heresy in the first semi-final, a real nail-biter of a series. 3-2, Suomi just managing to win it in the end. But that was the last series. Today, we have the next series. Well, continuing today, we have the next series. We'll take a look at the maps that are going to be coming up. We're going to have Houseboat, then Regicide Fortress, Acropolis, Phrygia, and Clearing. A couple of different maps to the last series. Last time we did not see Houseboat, we did not see Acropolis. They are both coming in now. So we get to see some nice variety today in terms of which maps the teams choose to play, or I guess choose to veto away so that they aren't played. Now, this series I will be casting alone. There is no more Interjection co-cast. He will be missed. He has unfortunately had to move on and do some other work preparing for the NWC New World Championship AoE 3 LAN coming up.
Yeah, there's some things I need to be getting on with. And also, I think 1v1, I'm just much better at casting. That was much more interesting. But for me, anyway, there's so much going on in 3v3. But yeah, Zach is also busy still. So you have Robo on his lonesome. The New World Championship LAN it's on the 11th of July, so it's like 5 days away.
Barely. Yeah, less than that now.
Well,
so
actually,
it would have started, earlier.
For us, it starts on the 10th because all the players are arriving then, and there's all sorts of things to be doing. Like we've got to take photos of the players and interview them, and obviously have to come up with questions for those interviews. But yeah, I will not be casting this one, I'm afraid. So I'm going to leave Robo to his lonesome.
Being our AoE 3 resident expert, he has a lot of the responsibility for the LAN resting on his shoulders. So Will has things to do, and Zach has some other things that he needs to continue doing as well during the semi-final. But he has promised that he will be back for the grand final. Hopefully he follows through on that promise, because I do not want to be casting 2 series in a row by myself. That would be quite tiring. But we will get into the first game in just a second. Let me load up the rec. Let me start up Capture Age. And into the game we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first game in this ECL Europe West 3v3 semi-final. We have SY taking on Secret. The winner will go into the grand final to take on Suomi. Now, this map is Houseboat. It's a very strange map. You may have seen it a couple of times if you've seen any of the other ECL Europe West VODs, but here you can see the players, they start on these tiny little islands surrounded by a lake, and there is not a lot of resources, but we'll dive in, we'll introduce the players, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. Hello, Tweedlegun. How's it going? Here we are for SY. The southeast flank, we have Lix playing here in the green as the Italians. In the pocket position, we have Yinghua playing in the blue as the Chinese. And then finally, we have the Yo, good old Mr. Yo, playing as the Britons in the teal here on the northern side of the SY team. For Team Secret, here we have Secret Doubt playing in the purple as the Italians as the northern flank. In the pocket position, we have Tasso as the Chinese. And then finally, we have the Viper himself playing as the Portuguese in his traditional yellow. So we've got a little bit of a Civ mix-up here. We've got Ports for like Team Secret, and then Britons for Team SY. A little bit of a change-up in what Civ they think is the best complementary Civ out of the Civ pool. But we can see that the Portuguese team bonus has an impact instantly on this game. Take a look at this. Like, it's so easy to coordinate what is happening, right? Easily, you can see where the different flanks are. You can scout the middle. You can find out where these extra resources are, where the wood lines are, where they can do some sort of team wall shenanigans, right? Like, Tato can see, okay, well, Viper, If you wall between this forest and this lake, then I can wall between these two forests, and then these two, and then probably, there's probably going to be another one over here that he'll find at some point, right? That is being really useful for their team planning in terms of how they continue through this game, set up walls, and, just work together through this game. But the Britons for Team SY possibly have some other advantages in the fact that they have a bit of a more powerful, I guess, Castle Age in terms of just like crossbowmen with extra range, and then early Imperial Age arbalists with extra range can be incredibly strong, whereas the Portuguese really don't have any, super strong units going for them. Like, yes, I know Viper loves memeing around with organ guns, and yes, they can be quite good, but Britons are probably slightly stronger overall in most scenarios, I believe. But what we're going to see here, we're going to have the Capture Age 3v3 version that we are casting with. We can see all this lovely, lovely information. We've got the players, we've got some of their stats, like the eco count, the military count. You can see the totals for the teams. So nice. Top left, we have unit queues. We can see what's being created by any one player at any one time. And then on this side, we've got this lovely little complementary bar graph to see, which team has more of something. They've got 56 villagers each, and you can see which player has the most villagers. Right? Like, just look at that. How easy is that? You can see which player has the most fishing ships and how that is divided up. And then this will continue with more military units as it goes. Oh boy, MemTV coming in with the host for 788 viewers. Cheers, Mem. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for the host. Everybody, welcome, welcome. I know some of Mem's loyal viewers probably will have seen these games when Mem casted them live earlier in the week, but we're here on Escape. We do the recorded games on the weekends to make it nice and easy for everyone to schedule around. Continuing with our introduction of this map. Houseboat. Caster Robo, yes, that is me. I am Robo. And a lot of people, yeah, that's true, Mem. A lot of people probably maybe didn't see the games, so now they can if they want to stick around and, check out what EscapeAoE has to offer. But as I was sort of mentioning in the start of the game, everyone starts on this small little island, and then you have to constantly transport your villagers back and forth because there are so little resources to be taken. You get, a couple of trees, there's a couple of shorefish, and a few sheep, and that's really it. So you need to, keep spending your time microing your villagers, lugging them back and forth from side to side, which makes the game a little strange. Like, it can have really fast starts because you've got nice fish, shorefish near the TCs, all really good, but then you need to spend a ton of micro time constantly doing this back and forth thing. Solo cast, that is true. Today, unfortunately, well, not today. In the first series, we had interjection casting with me, but he has some work that he needs to do preparing for the New World Championship AoE 3 LAN that is happening, next weekend. That's not very far away. He has a lot of work that he needs to make sure he gets done, so I'm going to cast this one solo, and then Zero Empires will come back to support, I guess, co-cast, main cast. He's going to be involved in the casting of the grand final, which will be the winner of this match, playing against the winner of our last semi-final, which was Suomi. So we're going to see the players, they're starting to hit feudal age, and what we always see is the players going forwards for these offensive docks. We see this for Lix, we saw the Viper struggling to get this dock up, and we're going to see the same thing on the other side. Here we see Doubt coming forwards, building his dock. No forward dock from the Yo, though, which is a little interesting. Kind of unexpected, to be honest. But he's gone for 2 defensive docks. So we're going to see just full water fighting on this side. Whereas Viper and Lix, they have to sort of fight here. And they have to fight here. They're going to have a nice, I guess, balance. They have to work out, how many resources do I spend defending my pond versus attacking your pond. And, we're going to see how that goes. Because if you can win water control of your enemy's pond, right, you can kill their transport ship. They have to spend 125 wood making a new one. You can deny them from transporting villagers in and out. You can deny their fishing ships. So many amazing, I guess, benefits that come with winning water in your opponent's pond. And here we see Lix doubling down, dropping the forward watchtower, making sure that his docks can't be cleaned up by the Viper, giving him, I think, a pretty solid position here. Like, he can even make a mining camp here, take some gold, take some stone, build more towers possibly to continue denying water. Viper might struggle a little bit in this game, to be honest. Back on the other side, though, how's Doubt doing? Doubt's got the 2 docks. Yo still has the 2 docks. It looks like a little bit of an advantage for Doubt here. We see he has 2 fire galleys. There's 2 more in queue for Mr. Yo up here, but they're going to take a little while to be created. And Doubt needs to make sure he doesn't run into the TC too much, because that's a little bit of free damage coming in from those arrows. But through the middle of the map, oh boy, we're seeing some big walls coming up from Yinghua. Just dropping them down, getting that team wall across the front. Lix also walling across this side, and it seems the Yo is almost fully walled as well. He just needs a couple of palisades around here. I wonder though, is Tato's scouts going to get in? He isn't going for FC like Yinghua is. Look at this. 17-minute castle age. Tato coming in with feudal scouts, feudal aggression coming in. It looks like Lix has not noticed this. He's going to lose at least 1 villager, maybe 2, maybe even 3 or 4 if he's not careful. Look at that. That one's a goner. Oh boy, the big Vil fight coming in here. Oh no. Lix, this is not good. This is just horrible. He's going to just 1, 2 villagers now. And he's killed 1 single scout. Look at this micro from Tato. 3 Vils have gone down. There's only 2 Vils left. Another one, 4 Vils. Is the 5th Vil going to die as well? Oh no, Lix just lost 5 villagers and he killed a single scout. And now he can just run over here and kill some more Vils. There's another wood line. He's madly rushing up a barracks to defend this, trying to get out of Spearman. He's going to queue that up. There we are. There's the Spearman. But maybe we're going to see another villager go down. Maybe just the 1 more, it seems. These scouts are quite low on HP now. Trading off 3 more scouts for 1 Vil. But Lix, he has only 30 villagers. He has the least Vils in the game. And look at that. Tato just denying this wood line and killing those Vils gives Viper a huge advantage in their water battles, because Lix can't really afford to be making tons of boats if he's just lost half of his wood eco. He has sort of controlled this pond again, but Viper can always make a couple more fire galleys and try again. That is always an option. I wonder though, Yinghua, he has just hit Castle Age just a few minutes ago. What's he doing? He's dropping 1 TC. Possibly going to drop another TC over here once he has enough wood for it. But here, we've got the 1 stable producing a handful of knights. Running forwards, trying to find somewhere to get in, but nope. Secret have also got the team all up, and Tato has gone for stone walls compared to the palisade walls of Yinghua. This is... I think that's pretty good play, to be honest, from Tato. There we are. Got a 2nd stable coming up. He's going to switch into making knights and camels as well, as you would expect from the pocket player in most Age of Empires 2 games. And Viper is also walled fully on this side. So no real way to get in easily for these knights. We're seeing stone walls popping up. Robo Solo Chaos now. Is Zach not available? No, Zach said basically that he has a little bit more work to do, a little bit more than he expected. He's being really productive getting stuff done before the LAN next weekend. So he's going to come in for the grand final, and Will obviously has a lot of work to do as well. So I'm going to be casting by myself. Please excuse me if I sound a bit out of breath or tired at some points, because, you know, not having somebody else there to support you can be a little tough sometimes, but we will persevere. We will get through this semi-final, and hopefully Zach is going to purchase me some food for lunch for after the semi-final, because I will need a break then. How is this going, though? Tato still running around with that 1 scout, trying to pick off some wounded villagers here and there. Overchopped by Doubt. That could happen pretty soon, I think. I don't know. There might be a tree behind the stone. The stone wall might not be. That will overchop, though, at some point, right? He'll get through this tree as well. Maybe this one. Eventually, there will be an overchop, but there will be some time before that happens. So there is time for Tato to, you know... Sorry, not Tato. Well, maybe Tato. Maybe Tato can come over and help out when and if that happens. But before then, Doubt can just keep on dominating Mr. Yo's pond here. It looks like he has full control. He's got Castle Age. He's got the Fire Galley, War Galley upgrade in. Mr. Yo not even bothering. He said, okay, fine. You can kill my TC. I'm not going to use it anyway. I'm just going to sit there, let it idle. Concentrate on using this TC, and this TC instead. Otherwise, okay, we're seeing Tato trying to get a break in, but no. Quick walls coming in from Yinghua. A couple of houses behind, but these camels are going to chase away the knights quite convincingly. And it seems Yinghua is going to switch into camels himself, recognizing, okay, we're both Chinese. We can both make camels. There's no reason for us to really be making too many knights at this stage. Just enough to be threatening, and then some camels to, help beef out the numbers. And that is a forward monastery from Tato. Let's just zoom out a little bit so we can see a little bit more of the map. Tato doing, I think, a pretty good job so far. Look at his KD, 13-7. Remember, everybody else's KD is kind of inflated by killing boats either on their own pond or the enemy's pond. Tato, all of his kills are killing vills or other military units at this point. So he's in a pretty good position. But what's this? Viper. What is this? What? One villager forward castle. Like, what? Like, imagine if Lix was, making archers, because that's something that the Italians do. A single crossbow walks past, kills this villager, and this castle's useless. God. Either Viper's incredibly confident, or is incredibly cocky? BM, maybe? I'm not sure, but it looks like there's nothing here to deny this. This castle's going up. We're going to see organ guns coming out from Viper soon, while he starts to drop some TCs, get the boom going at home. We see the same from Tato, 3 TCs, and Doubt dropping the 2 TCs and the 1 initial TC that is still on the island, making vills and still doing the whole transport shenanigans, which takes a while. Or incredibly walled. Well, yeah, it's walled against melee units, but like one archer or like maybe a villager scouts it and comes forward and builds an outpost. Sorry, not an outpost, a watchtower. A single watchtower denies his castle just as well as any other military unit. But Lix, he is still feudal age. He is transitioning to a sling. Let's see how's this going. All the sling is going to Yinghua. 1.3k resources slung so far to his Chinese pocket, to his teammate. And look at this Viper completely dominating this water. He hasn't killed the fish, though, which is a little strange. Like, you're still letting him get all this value out of these fishing ships while this war galley tries to float around, deny this woodline, deny these berries, deny all these farms, pick off some vills maybe here or there. But look at this Yinghua, up to Imperial Age, utilizing that initial TC that's stuck on that island as his upgrade. But here, is Tato able to break in? Whoops, that's the wrong button. I think he's still stuck outside the walls. I think there's another piece of stone wall between this gate and the house. So Tato is not going to deal any, or not much damage, I should say, to Yinghua at the moment before he hits Imperial Age. Maybe the Ram, once it takes down the Siege Workshop, can make a move on the gate, on the houses, and try to break in. But I think... Oh, if only Tato was making a mangonel. If Tato was making a mangonel, he could just deny this castle instantly. Can he see this? Yes, he can. He can see the castle, but he's persevering. He's still going for rams. Maybe he's got enough time to break in and then get his knights and camels over in position to deny it. Maybe. Maybe the monk's going to convert a villager, but no, I think this castle's probably going to go up. Look at this, 50%. There's a couple of camels here. Not really too much of that. Oh boy, all of a sudden a bunch more camels come out of the fog. It looks like Yinghua is going to clean this up entirely, but on the other side, Doubt is up to Imperial Age. Got a solid boom happening. He's secured water in the Yode's Pond. He's got war galleys and fire galleys, taking down this watchtower, this TC. He's going to deny the stone and gold a little bit. He can always just transport around. Oh, he's already got a transport ship. Oh boy. So maybe Tato could have just, started ferrying his units back and forth instead of trying to bust through here maybe. Hey Squan, how's it going? What's up, my man? When was this played? This semi-final, I believe, would have been played? Ooh, last Thursday week? Like, not 3 days ago Thursday, like the Thursday before that. I think might have been the time that it was played. I can't remember exactly, something like that. It was about a week ago, roughly. And then the grand final, which we'll be casting next, was played during the last week. I believe it was on Monday. No, it was played on Tuesday, actually. A round is fine. Yep, no worries, don't rush. But here we see Viper coming in with his organ guns. You can't really defend organ guns when you're in the Feudal Age because they're a pretty tanky siege unit. They've got a lot of DPS. They can take down towers and things pretty quickly, so tower defense doesn't really work. They outrange the TC, so they can start taking down the TC. Look at transport micro. Ooh, boy, yeah, good shout. There's a couple of knights and camels getting popped around here. MBL coming in with the tier 1 sub. Thanks, MBL. How's it going? Looking forward to seeing you at the LAN again. See how AM can perform. Can they take it to Secret in the LAN finals at the end of August? AoE Robo, AoE Hey. That's it, MBL. Get those emotes in the chat. See how it's going. Unfortunate games last week in the round of 8. It was a pretty, I think, interesting best of 3 series against SY. Just a couple of key critical moments where they slightly outplayed you. But this game, it looks like the sling strategy is not paying off. He's only slung 2.6k resources in 32 minutes. Like, that is just disappointing. Like, he could have just gone up to Castle Age and boomed like every other player, and his team wouldn't be 50 vills behind, which is just insane. Viper's up to Imperial Age. He's going to start making some trebs pretty soon. Organ guns, they've taken down the TC. Where is Lix going for a new TC? Probably back here, but oh no, Tato's here. But Yinghua does have a couple of heavy camels in position to clean this up. Tato just using a couple of his units to block the heavy camels, distract them, keep them back, and try to find some other vills laying around to take out. Grand Final July 2nd? Yes, that was when it was played. That's true. That is it. And it looks like Tato making the switch into Chuko News. Dropping 2 castles here in the middle of the map. Getting chemistry. He's already got Bodkin Arrow. Probably going to do Bracer in just a second. How his Doubt seems to be just going full water control at this point. He's got some Trebs and then a ton of Galleons. After he gets chemistry, we might be seeing Cannon Galleons to, you know, take down these castles, take down the TCs. Could be an option. Skywalker, July 2nd. I believe that the July 2nd was when, like, the grand final of this 3v3 stage was played. The LAN grand final will be played at the end of August / the 1st of September. At that point in time, that's when it will be played. There's a bit of a flaring going on here. Oh, these organ guns just decimating all of these Chukanus. Look at that heavy camel. Nope, not happening. Getting shut down. Where are these Trebs going? Okay, that's actually a lot more heavy camels. This could be a good fight for Yinghua. Viper's just backing off. That castle's not going up. Yep. Instantly decides, nope. Delete that. We'll move back a bit. Come on, guys. Back up. Get to the castle. Get some more numbers up. And here we see another castle coming forwards from Tasso. But it's looking pretty dicey for SY at this point. They're so far behind in vills. They're 100 villages behind now, thanks to this fishing advantage as well. Absolutely insane. Oh boy. And it looks like they're even preparing some trade. It looks like Tato dropping a market there. Viper already getting markets down in this corner here. Building another castle around this line to defend the trade line. And oh boy, that is the GG coming in right now from SY. They've decided, nope, we've had enough. They're pushing too hard. Doubt has such powerful control of this pond. His Trebs and Skirms are taking down everything on the front side. We haven't even touched Tato all game. He's got massive eco, massive boom going on. We see these Chukanus, they're coming across the map. Oh boy. Really, really well played from Secret. Just give me a second while I update the overlay. Okay, there we are. The overlay is now ready to go. We'll switch out. We'll take a look what is coming up for for the rest of the series. Secret with quite a dominating first game, in my opinion, taking down SY quite convincingly. Where is Zach? Zach is a little busy at the moment preparing some things for the New World Championship LAN that is coming up next weekend. We have an AoE 3 LAN. 8 of the best players in the world are coming to the studio in Manchester for 4 days to play, quite a few good games, hopefully. That's what we want to be seeing. And, we've got a lot of things to be doing. So Interjection has cast the first series with me, but he has some things that he needs to do now. So I'm going to cast this series by myself, and then Zach will come in to join me for the grand final. Let's just load up game number 2. We're going in to Regicide Fortress, that classic map that has been seen in so many tournaments over the past few years. We'll see. The players, they start off in their walled little enclosure. They have a king. They have a bunch of extra villagers. They have all these extra buildings as well, giving them a nice starting point to get their economy going. These farms as well. Just a really, really nice setup for the for each player, essentially. We'll start off, we'll introduce the SY team. Here on the southeast flank, we have Yinghua playing as the Vikings. Off to the pocket, we have Lix playing in the teal as the Spanish. And then finally, we have the Yo playing in the green as Mayans. They've switched their colors around a little bit, which is why I'm a little hesitant, a little bit confused about the color changes. But those are the SY players, the same 3 players from last game. On Secret side, we have Doubt in the north corner, playing as the Mayans in the purple here. In the pocket, again, we have Tasso playing as the Teutons in the red. And then finally, the Viper in his classic yellow as the Spanish. So actually, most of the players are in the same position from last game. It's only Lix and Yinghua that have changed position, and just the colors are just completely wonky for SY, which is a little confusing, but we will get through it. Otherwise, this is, Regicide Fortress. There's not much happening in the early game. Everyone's just, making villages, placing farms, building an economy, luring their boars, etc., etc. And the real action is going to start happening around the 10, 11, 12 minute mark, when we start seeing plumed archers, when we start seeing conquistadors running around and attacking raiding villages, trying to deal whatever damage they can. Why Teutons and not Slavs? Each team needs to take 2 civilizations out of the civ pool. So in this case, it's the Spanish and the Vikings for SY, and then for Secret, it's Teutons and the Spanish. So if they wanted to take Slavs, they would have to replace the Mayans, which doesn't really make sense, because they're completely different civs with completely different roles. So they've decided that they prefer Teutons over the Vikings for Regicide Fortress, probably thinking one of the later maps. I believe Frisia's in the pool. Pretty sure it is. So they're probably thinking, okay, we'll save Vikings for Frisia, because they're pretty good there with their longboats. And I guess Teutons and Vikings, they can both sort of perform a similar role in terms of just slinging, which I think is possibly quite likely what we're going to see. Like, everyone get to Castle Age, get some TCs going, and then sling as many resources as possible to your more powerful allies, the Spanish and the Mayans, to get them going. Get them to Imperial Age as quickly as possible. Get them fully boomed. Get their army composition going. Love me some RF team game. Teuton farm bonus is quite nice as a team bonus. The farm bonus is not actually a team bonus, though. It is only a singular bonus. The team bonus is the Monk's conversion. It is definitely possible, though, that Tato just goes around to his allies' bases and places the farms for them. He could do that. That just does require quite a bit of micro, but that would definitely help out a ton for each player. You save 20 wood on every single farm you ever make. Pretty good, pretty good. You just plop down 3 or 4 farms at a time, and then Viper puts some vills on them, place down another 3 or 4 farms, put some more vills down. Could be pretty nice. We have seen farm sling in tournaments in the past on things like Arena with Teutons, but it's not really a common strategy. It's very much a niche thing that occasionally pops up when it's relevant. And here we see Viper building his blacksmith down in the south corner just to get a bit of a wall off here, secure these 2 golds, probably chuck a TC up on that wood line, and it'll be nice and safe and cozy there. Otherwise, what are the other players doing? We see Doubt already up to Castle Age, the Yo as well. Both the Mine players on a side together is, I think, quite interesting. It makes the game quite fun, I think, to see who's going to be able to get the upper hand, who can push harder, who can utilize the sling that I presume will be coming in better, who can get Imperial Age first, get more Trebs, get more Rams, more Plumed Archers, who can deal more damage. That's what I want to see. I will say, though, that this hill out the front of Doubt space is quite nice. Like a castle put here right on the edge of this hill secures a gold and a stone for him and a nice sort of jumping off point to get towards the Yo's base. Whereas Yo doesn't really have any defensive hills anywhere near his walled fortress. And we're seeing some walls coming in here. Tato getting a team wall happening with the Viper. Maybe he'll come around this side and finish this wall later off. Maybe not. Could go either way, I guess. But that really, really gives Viper a huge advantage here. He can safely boom, all the way around here without worrying about too much aggression coming in anytime soon. Crazy Yoko, yeah, no worries, man. You don't need to apologize. Like, if you don't know the Civ rules, that's my problem for not explaining them properly. But that's basically how it works. Okay, we're seeing the TCs starting to get plopped down here. Yinghua, first TC coming up there. The Yo dropping one at the back to secure that wood line. I'm not sure if I really like that one too much, at least without some walls here. Because this gold is quite vulnerable, a little bit too close to the walls, in my opinion. And then Doubt dropping a TC at the top of this forward hill to secure the wood line. And he's just missing... Actually, he's missing wood and stone, so he's not going to go for the third TC instantly. He's starting out with some plumed archers. He wants to get some raiding in, but we see Yo has the same plan, but nope, he's going back. He could have maybe gotten a villager on this TC, but that is not to be today. Tato also hitting Castle Age, dropping TC on the gold. Probably a TC. And why does he only have 98 stone? That's unfortunate. He must have accidentally pulled a villager off a little bit too early without enough stone. And then there we go. There is his third TC. For the Viper, we also see just the one TC, and he's making Conquistadors. We're going to see some conk raiding from both the Spanish players. Lix crossing the map, as is the Viper. And actually, oh boy, the Viper going for the early monastery and the forward siege workshop. He is planning on playing really aggressively. And oh boy, it seems the shoot and farm sling is on. I've never actually seen a team game where Shootins make farms to their teammate. Well, buddy, you're in for it here. Tato is doing it. The problem with the farm sling is that the villager has to finish building the farm. So, he can't just start it and then leave it. He has to get it to 100% and then work on the next one. So he's going to keep doing that, dropping these farms, and look at Viper go. Just plopping his vills down, getting them to work. Nicely done. And here goes the conks. Running around, trying to find a villager. But this is quite a fortunate castle position for Yinghua. It kind of defends gold. A little bit that Conquistador, just out of range it seems. Coming around this side, can't really find anything at the moment. Secret are out for blood. Hell yeah, they are. They want to win this. They want, that final victory. The final stage, if possible. It's like a bit of a confidence booster, I think, going into the LAN. Right? AM lost in the round of 8. If Secret can win this stage, beating the team that beat AM, then that's just huge for them, right? That's such a huge confidence booster. Yo, you guys got absolutely destroyed 2-0 against this team, but we faced them and we took them down in return, right? Like, just think of that going into the LAN, how they would feel. And I think that's probably what they're thinking, like, and not to mention how much extra money is involved just for winning a stage, right? If you lose in the semifinals, you get $500. If you win the grand final of this 3v3 stage, you get $2,000. Which is great. And it's so much better than just slinging the wood and Viper building them. Oh yeah, for sure. The farm sling is better than just slinging wood, but the problem is that it takes more micro. Right, like the villager, you have to manually tell this vill to make each new farm, which takes a while. And oh boy, what's this happening? Oh, Yo might actually be ahead here compared to Doubt. He's got 3 more military, 7-2 KD. Oh boy. Is Secret AM confirmed for the LAN final? Yes, they are. After this game, if you remind me, I will check out the standings and you can see, but they are clearly so far ahead on points that no other team was able to catch up in these last 2 stages. It's been known since about halfway through the 1v1 stage that Suomi, who was in 3rd place and still is in 3rd place, was unable to catch up. No AM comeback as hoped, unfortunately. If AM won this stage, if they won against SY and then they beat Secret and then they win the grand final, they could have taken 1st place. They could have done it, but not to be. I don't think they were too fussed, let's be honest. They knew they had qualified. They knew that they were getting the flights to the LAN. They knew that they were getting that prize money. So I think they probably said, you know, we'll do our best, but we're not going to, you know, go overboard and spend, you know, 30 hours training or anything silly like that. And they just took it a bit of a more relaxed approach. But here we see the Viper coming in with some mangonel aggression. We've got guard towers being researched by Yinghua. 3 mangonels should be able to take down a guard tower, I think, with 1 villager there to repair it. Nope, the villager goes down. Whew, Viper. And he's also winning the conch battle, it seems, against Lix. Slightly better KD. And, okay, we're seeing slinging coming into full force now. Tato starting to sling Doubt, and Yinghua is starting to sling Yo. But this is just slightly unfortunate for Yinghua, right? He's losing villagers to these mangonels. He's forced to spend wood researching guard tower, research fletching. Now he's even getting bodkin arrow. He has to be mining stone to keep building these guard towers. And we see he's only slung about, you know, a quarter of the resources that Tato has at this point in time. Which is, you know, not what you want to be seeing from your Viking slinger. The problem, though, is that Doubt is getting pressured pretty hard here by Yo. Mangonels on the front, quite a few plumed archers. Ford University as well, but oh, that was a good mangonel trade for Doubt. That could be enough to swing this around, push back the other way. But Yo's going to have another mangonel pop out. Is it going to get the shot off? Yes, it is. Doubt micro, amazing as always. Taking 1 shot to the face, and he loses the mangonel. Okay. Woohoo! A little dicey there. A little dicey. Doubt taking a couple of shots, but he has another mangonel of his own. And he is up to Imperial Age. Look at him go. Let's see. Can he get the mangonel shot? Nope. Yo, splitting away quite nicely. Mangonel at 50%. Still trading so well. Look at this KD. Well, it was 22-9. Now it's 22-15. That was a huge shot from Doubt. He's pretty happy with that. But can this mangonel pop out, get the shot off? Let's see. Let's go. Okay, 1-for-1 trade. Doubt's pretty happy with that. Counts. Robo. When was this final? This semi-final was played approximately a week and a half ago. But how is this going? Doubt up to Imperial Age, getting a bunch of important upgrades. The Yo also up to Imperial Age, about a minute and a half slower. Not too bad, considering how much more damage he seems to have done. But here, with this castle coming up from Doubt on this hill, should be enough to secure this part of his base, give him time to get up to the Imperial Age, get his upgrades in, and maybe start to push back. That was a good mangonel trade, though. I think he did a little bit of splash damage on his own units, but Doubt seems to be okay with that. Is it live? The casting is live, but this game was played a week and a half ago. We are just casting recorded games as we normally do here on Escape to make it easier for everybody to watch the games, because the games tend to be played, you know, weekdays at sort of crazy times. You know, sometimes it's like 8 a.m., 12 a.m., you know, 10 or 11 p.m. in Europe, things like that. So we just cast them back-to-back on the weekends. There's no, like, delays. You don't need to wait for pauses or drops and restarts, anything like that. You just get to piece out, watch some nice games on a Saturday. But this will be the final recorded game stream for ECL. This is the final stage for ECL other than the LAN final, which will be at the end of August. Sorry if we're mentioning that too much, but we just want to make sure that everyone is aware that the LAN is happening, and you are free to come if you happen to be in the UK area. If you're able to come to the UK area, especially specifically Manchester or the greater Manchester region, you know, tune in, come by, say hi, meet your favorite players, meet your favorite casters, meet, you know, just well-known names in the community who will be at this event. No AoE 3 today. Nope, sorry. We'll be back tomorrow, though, with a SmackDown. I believe we have Lucas vs. Conqueror. Playing a best of 9 tomorrow for AoE 3. Will the LAN casting be live? Of course it will. You can't have a LAN with recorded game casting. That would just be silly. It would be a very funny meme, I will be honest. Like, I would maybe, like, cast one game as a recorded game just for a lol. But, no, nothing seriously like that. Because, you know, we want this to be the best event it possibly can be. Just to, you know, show off how good AoE 2 can be. You know, maybe we can get some more sponsors. Maybe Microsoft is like, you know, we spent some money on ECL. That was really good. Maybe we can spend some more money on ECL or ECL 2 or other tournaments in the future. That sort of stuff would be great. Does Escape stream AoE 3 later? Not today. We'll be doing AoE 3 tomorrow with the SmackDown Lucas vs. Conqueror. And oh boy, Doubt with his earlier Imperial Age timing coming in with some trebuchets. No, guys. ECL 2 is not confirmed. Nothing like that. I'm just saying that, like, if ECL 1 goes well, then that could be a possibility, right? Depending on how many viewers there are, how much support there is over the year, that sort of stuff will impact it. And especially with DE coming out, I assume that there will be some sort of Microsoft-backed events coming up in the future. And hopefully, you know, we can find out those sort of things as the Age of Empires 2 DE launch happens. More information soon, TM. Doubt castle almost. Yeah, that would have been a horrible castle to build. It would have just been instantly killed by this castle if he wasn't careful. But these trebs, he's taking down 2 castles from the Yo now. Huge advantage for him, but he has so many trebuchets here and not a lot of plumed archers. I think Doubt could get cleaned up here, or at least lose a lot of his trebuchets to these knights, which is not what he wants to see. Cavalier coming in, plate barding armor already done. So they've got a lot of pierce armor on these knights, so they're quite tanky against these plumed archers. And oh man, this is so expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 trebuchets going down for Doubt. Huge swing here for SY. They've now got the score lead. So many plumed archers are going down as well. And where is the Viper? He's running around some conks back here, but where are his cavalier numbers? He needs those knights as well to support Doubt's army. Where is he? Viper. Viper. Help me. I bet you that's what Doubt would be saying right now. Viper, send some knights. I need help. But no, he's just running around. He's raiding. He's dealing a lot of damage with these conks. But in this straight fight, right, if Lix gets Paladin soon, or looking at his resources, that's not going to happen. But if he could get Paladin at some point, never mind, his resources are low because he's just clicked Paladin. Oh god, this is going to be horrible. Like, these Cavaliers should just kill these plumed archers while they're here. Freaking Viper, man. Yeah, that's it exactly. Look at these Cavaliers. Run around, pick off these vills, pick off these plumes. More vills. More vills, like, all over the place. They need to get in there. Deal some damage, but maybe he's thinking, okay, we'll just take it slow. We'll wait until we get Paladin so we've got a better chance. Yep, Viper does have Paladin coming as well. Basically the same time for each player, but military count, Lix has, 10 more army at the moment. And most of Viper's military is conquistadors. So Lix is going to get this huge power spike when all of a sudden he has, 33 Paladin. Viper's going to have 7 Paladin, right? Like, it's not really comparable in terms of how powerful those units are. But here we're seeing another engagement. But the Cavaliers, oh, they're almost Paladin. They're just going to come around the back, and then Doubt is just going to get sandwiched. Oh, God, no. No, Doubt, where are you going? Doubt, come on, Lix, attack properly. Okay, he can maybe run through this gate. He can get into that little choke point there, get through the gate and be safe. But no, what's this? Doubt? Microman? Oh. Oh, no. He's fallen back towards these 2 castles, but there are rams coming out for Yo. He has siege ram about 30% of the way in, and the Paladin have just hit. Oh, God, Doubt's going to lose this castle for sure. This castle's going down. He's building another castle on this hill. I like this, securing the middle of the map a little bit more. Trying to build another one here. But look at these Paladin roaming around the middle of the map. Tato, though, done a good job getting up these stone walls. Fortified walls even to make sure that these raids can't really get in anywhere. But look at this, the castle going down. The rams, they're about to be siege rammed, then they're going to push through the wall into the next castle. Tato has more eco. Oh boy, he does. He's got 143 villages at the moment. Yinghua only has 65. These conks have just been cutting him down so badly. I guess the good thing at the moment is that Secret somewhat control 3 corners of the map. Like with these walls from Tato, they secure this bottom corner. And I guess Yo is like pushing towards this north one, but it's not secure by any means, right? A couple of Paladin, a couple of Plumed Archers just run in here, easily cut down any trade numbers. But it looks like Lix is outplaying Viper. He's got more army on the field. That's true, but at the same time, Viper has got 76 kills. Lix only has 38. Viper's been killing villagers with these Conquistadors constantly throughout this game. So many vills lost from Yinghua. 4 kills, 56 deaths. Like, look at that. That's just insane. But we're seeing the big push coming in here. The Rams thinning down the walls, making space for the army to get in. The Paladin on top of all the Plumed Archers. Yo's Plumed Archers in the back, firing over. Even these villagers on this gold getting taken down. And more Rams coming in. 5 Rams on this castle. It's going to go down pretty quickly, I think. But where is Viper still? Okay, he's starting to cross the map. He's starting to get that Paladin mass going. Okay, 43 to 50 Paladins. That's good. Those are good numbers. He can maybe... maybe get into a position to take a good team fight. Now that the Viper is on the way over. But let's see, how's this castle going? Mass villagers repairing it. There's only the 2 Rams left. They need these 2 Rams to get in here, but the Treb's still firing from the back line. The castle, I think it will go down. I think it will. The 2 Rams have still got a lot of HP. There's a second Treb as well if they need it. Oh boy. Schedule. The schedule is we're playing this semi-final now. SY vs Secret, best of 5, and then immediately, or almost immediately after that, we will have the grand final. The winner of this series taking on Suomi. Monka S. Don't Monka S me, Poem Hub. How many poems are in your hub? Oh god, okay. This other side, this has now been secured. Lix has sent some Paladin over to secure this. But these fortified walls laming the gold and these walls securing the trade line. Just so well done. And even these Rams taking down this pseudo wall that was built by Yinghua trying to lame the trade line. Why is Lix going back? I'm not sure, but I feel like it's not a horrible decision, right? They've taken down 2 castles from Doubt so far. And it looks like they're going to go over here. If they can get these 2 as well, 4 castles down from the mine player is sort of GG. Like, they can mass up these 3 Rams, get more Plumed Archers into the field. They can charge up this hill, take down the 2 castles, and be in a brilliant, brilliant position. The thing here is that I feel like Secret just have so much more map control at the moment. Like, Tato's out on the map. He's got these outposts to see what's happening. He's building a castle to secure these 2 golds somewhat. And Viper is fighting on this side as well, but the Treb goes down. Siege Rams are coming in, though. Yinghua is going to be breached sooner or later. Is Doubt able to defend? How much army is here? 69 versus 78. 45 plumes versus 57, but the Paladin numbers are way in the lead for Lix. I think SY should be able to win this fight. The Rams are on the castle as well. Viper concentrating on trying to take those down. But there's so many Paladin here from Lix. I feel like SY is actually in a really good position on this north side, taking this down. How is the sling stats going? Oh god, look at that. Tato, 17k resources slung. And Yinghua, only 9.7. That's almost half as many resources sent, thanks to all the damage that the Viper has been dealing against him. Like, you can just sort of see this in the score at the moment. Tato, nearly 10k score. Yinghua, barely 5,000. But the Paladin numbers, they are still here. They are still pushing up this hill. There's only the 1 Trebuchet, though. Yo needs a little bit more siege, a little bit faster. But this is nice, though. They're stonewalling off the trade line. They're getting the team wall trade line as well there. They just need a wall behind this wall. Well, I guess back here, between this wood line and this wall. And then they are fully sorted. These Paladin continuing to charge into the Plumed Archers. Look at them go. Yo, just mass some more plumes. How many castles does Yo have? He has 4 castles. I'm not sure why he's so low on Plumed Archer numbers, to be honest. You know, he's only got 32. Doubt touching 50. But these Paladin on top again. Getting the trades, taking down these plumes. Look at this fight. This is horrible. Horrible for Secret. Another Trebuchet coming in. The one saving grace for Doubt at the moment is the 2 castles in the back line. firing away at them. But how's this going? Oh, God. Oh, we're getting Teutonic Knights coming out from Tato, sorry. Teutonic Knights and Castle Push. What are your Paladins going to do against Teutonic Knights, Lix? I don't know. They're still Castle Age units, but he is pushing in. What's this? He's coming forwards with an outpost. There's a castle coming up here for Viper to continue the push into Yinghua. These Paladin trying to get in, but they're stuck behind multiple layers of walls. There's one ram in there. Oh, God. I'm just loving this. Teutonic Knights, like, who would ever expect to see Teutonic Knights when you're still in the Castle Age? Okay, now he's up to Imperial Age. He's going to keep spamming these out. He's going to get Crenellations, I assume, to get that +3 range on his castle. And on this side, it seems that Lix's numbers are starting to fall down a little bit. He's coming in with a few more Paladin, but they're almost dead equal in Paladin numbers in this fight. And actually, Yo might be ahead on Plume numbers. Oh boy, what's this tower? Just denying this gold? Interestingly enough. I think that's a little bit of a mistake. I feel like this just reveals that you're pushing here. If, you mass 15, 20 plumed archers, you just run straight down this passage, and you just sit here in the back line. But now, Doubt's probably aware, okay, there's a gate here. I need to build a wall across this line. Or Tato needs to build a wall across this line. Like, some wall has to happen at some point to protect their trade. Lix, though, what's he doing? He's getting chemistry. Is he maybe thinking of adding in hand cannons? I guess that kind of works. And I guess, like, to be honest, like, the Teutonic Knights 1 versus 6 is not particularly a great fight. But, oh, no. No, Viper. He's into Yinghua's base again. Oh, God. He's losing so much of his eco. The siege rams are here. He's lost control of that gold. He never had control of this gold. Oh, boy. Run away, TK. Run away. No, they're just hiding in the castle, waiting for the Paladins to back off, and then they're going to come in again. Again and again and again. Yo, look at that, trying to TC this gold. Building some siege workshops. His castle is now being trebbed down, though. It seems that Doubt is pushing back on this side. The one thing that I'm wondering is, why does Doubt not have siege ram of his own? Okay, he's starting to make cap rams. He just needs, 150 more food, and then he can get siege ram. That'll be a good spot for him. Maybe Tato could just sling him a little bit. Tato, though, going instantly for onages and conscription. Maybe he's expecting a hand cannon response. Maybe he just wants onages to take down plumed archers. There's so many options. 3v3 capture age. That's it exactly. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. These Paladin, they're continuing to just run around. The siege rams are destroying everything they can find. Viper's just mining this gold. There is more layers of walls. So the villagers, like the Paladin can't just freely run through, but the siege rams will break in at some point. Those Paladin will get through. And Yo is not really in a position to push back at this point, and Lix just does not have enough Paladin at the moment. Oh, God. Siege Onager coming in. Ironclad SO would be nice. Oh, Amont, that is so true. That +3/+3 armor on those Onagers would be so key. Even just on cap rams, honestly, or bombard cannons could be so useful. There's a siege tower. I feel like that's deliberate. He's put these villagers into this siege tower for a reason. Why, though? I'm so confused. Tato, what are you doing? Like, I thought maybe you're gonna, like, hop over this wall and, like, build a castle here. But, maybe? Okay, that's what he's doing. Load it up with ETKs. No. We want the villagers. The villager meme. Tato, what are you doing? What are you doing? Siege tower, man. Use it. Is this game live? No, unfortunately, this is not a live game. We are casting recorded games, as we normally do for the ECL main stages. But we will be having live games when we have the ECL LAN at the end of August. This siege tower is triggering me. Where the hell is it going? Like, any one of these Paladins could just turn around and kill it. He's noticed it. Lix is like, what the hell is that doing there? What the hell? Okay, it's gonna go down and a bunch of villagers are just gonna pop out. Boom. There they are. But oh boy, huge push coming in here. So many plumed archers and even some onagers. They're almost siege onager. They just need to get, what's the upgrade? Siege engineers for +1 range, and then, oh god. Yo's going to have such a hard time taking a fight. Hamul coming in with a 7-month sub. Hey Ham, how's it going? How's Portugal treating you? Lovely weather, I hope. Having a good little bit of a holiday to celebrate your birthday. Oh boy. And it's just like, there's so many fronts that Secret seem to be pushing on at the moment. I guess these siege rams, though, in the back of Doubt's base could be a problem. The Vills are coming over to get the Vill bash on, but maybe he loses the castle if he's not paying attention. And maybe... Oh, no, not the onagers. No. 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 Okay, one of them survives, but there's no plumed archers nearby, and then it dies. This is such a back and forth game. But Tato, oh boy, Elite Teutonic Knight is happening. Oh boy, the memes. The memes are real. Lovely weather. Oh, lovely Ham. I'm happy for you. And the Bombard Tower push is coming in as well for Viper. Where are these siege rams going? Not taking down these walls, which I'm a little surprised about. But I guess he's saving that for another day. And now, it seems they're calling GG. SY have decided. Nope, we're too far behind. Their trade numbers are a little low. You know, they're 40 trade down, but like it's not the end of the world. They've still got gold to be able to afford units, I think. I think the big problem is just the Yinghua is still Castle Age, not an Imperial Age, not contributing to the team, which is the big, big problem. So we're going to just give me a second while I update the overlays, and then we'll be switching over to the next game in just a minute.
Flickering.
Yeah, I know. See in the corner of my eye. Okay, there we are. The scoreboard is updated, and we will go back and take a look at what maps are coming up next. We're going to have Acropolis next. Another land map, incredibly different to Fortress, though. We're not going to have these walled base, these castles, these quick villager starts. We're going to see the players starting up on their hill in a little bit of a team spawn. And then see how they adapt, what civs they choose to bring into this game. I'm expecting Berbers, probably Franks as well. And then as their third sort of flex pick, you know, there might be something like the Mongols or maybe the Indians. You know, there's quite a few options there, I think. There we are, just having a quick drink, and then I'll load up the next game. Oh, actually, no. I said that I was going to take a look at the standings because somebody asked that. My mouse is not working. I think Age of Empires is trying to crash. Let's just Alt F4 out of that thing. Nope. It won't even let me Alt F4. Exit. Good. Thank you. Is Vivi inside? No, Vivi was playing for Frantic as Really Diao. That was like his sign-up name, as it were. But we'll take a look at the standings quickly before we get into the next game. We see if AM had not lost in the round of 8, and if Secret had lost in the round of 8, or if Secret lost in this round, then AM could possibly jump over them if they win. And they could have taken first place away from Secret, like a last gasp effort to get over the top of Secret. But unfortunately, that was not to be. AM did get trounced by SY in the first game. HK Hikalia? I guess that's how I pronounce that. Does Zero Empires still play /cast AoE? Hell yeah, he does. Just we're really busy at the moment preparing for the ECL, not the ECL. Well, actually, yes, for the ECL LAN, but also for the NWC LAN, which is happening this coming weekend. Starting next Thursday through Sunday, we'll be streaming AoE 3 live from our studio. So at the moment, we're a bit busy setting all those things up. So right at this moment, when I look outside my window, I can see Zach running around, carrying things, plugging in TVs, and setting up all sorts of miscellaneous stuff. So while he is doing that, I'm casting this solo, and he says that he's going to join me for the grand final. But here we go. We have Team Acropolis. We have SY versus Secret semi-final. This is match point for Secret. They're almost through to the final grand final before the LAN, the final stage. Maybe they can get another victory, another notch on their belt. We'll have to see. Right here, though, we have the Viper playing as the Indians on this most western flank. The pseudo pocket, as it were, Tato playing as the Franks, and then finally Doubt playing as the Berbers. Now, it's not really clear pocket and flanks because just like Lombardia, Team Acropolis has all the players starting really close together on this hill. I'm sure Interjection would like that quite a lot. But the problem becomes this hill does not have a lot of resources on it. You get 1 gold and 1 stone each. That is all. And all these tiny little awkward wood lines. Like, look at them. There's like 6 or 7 trees. After that, you have to expand outwards, find the wood, find extra wood, find these extra golds and stones and relics all over the map. Which makes an interesting dynamic. You want to defend the top of the hill, but you also want to push down off the hill later in the game. We'll now introduce the other team. We have SY with Lix here as the southern flank as the Berbers. Frank Pocket for Yinghua, and then the Yo playing as the Mongols to the north. So we've seen the 2 civs that I thought as the flex civs, Indians and Mongols. They kind of go in incredibly different routes. Oh boy. Oh, Yo doing the TC trick where he shoots the ball with his TC a couple of times to make it a little bit faster to kill. Make sure he doesn't lose a villager. Little risky there, but he gets it off. So much practice for him. Now, what was I saying? I was talking about Indians versus the Mongols. They're like very, very different civs. Mongols, you want to be getting Mengadai as quickly as possible. Whereas for Indians, it's all about the camels. So it sort of just completely changes the dynamic of the civ compositions within the team. Because we'll take a look, we'll just zoom out a little bit so we can see what's happening while I chat. For SY, the Mongol player, probably going to go for Mangadai. That means the Berber player gets to use their cheaper cavalry bonus in the castle age to spam out knights and camels, while the Frank player keeps making knights himself. So you've got 1 ranged unit and then 2, heavy cavalry civs, as it were. Just back to the other side, though, for Secret. Secret, though, you don't have Mongols, so your only real ranged civ is going to be Berbers. So you're going to make camel archers, which do counter Mangadai incredibly hard. They have an attack bonus against other cavalry archers, which Mangadai are. And then the Indian player makes camels, and then the Franks obviously still make knights. So it's kind of difficult. I feel like on an instinctive level that Indians should be the better civ composition, because camel archers counter Mangadai and Imperial camels counter both camels and Paladin. So it's just like, it's perfect, right? But that's what AM thought against SY as well in the round of 8, and they got dumpstered on by SY with this exact same civ combination for each team. So maybe SY just has a better understanding of the map, of the civs themselves, how they interact together. Not sure. We'll have to wait and see, what happens in this game. Who manages, make the big plays, which civ composition comes out on top. But we're seeing here Doubt already starting to get some walls off. He wants to just go straight fast castle into camel archers. So he wants to be safe. He doesn't want to get raided by any pesky scouts or, maybe some stray archers or Mangadai or anything like that. So they're going to do their best to try to sort of team wall across the top of the Acropolis, of the Acropoli. Wall between this wood, that wood, continue all the way around, and they all do their little bit to wall off around the top of the hill. And we're seeing the same thing happening for Yo. Yo wants to just go FC into Mangadai. So he wants to make sure he's safe. So he's going to wall this one last, I guess, after he pushes in his deer. But wall around this other side and get his teammates to start walling as well through this early stage of the game. Both, though, the Viper and Tato, up to feudal age at very nice times. They're both doing 20 pop-ups. They're both going for very, very fast feudal rushes here. So we're going to see if, the double feudal rush versus a single feudal rush, it seems. Only Lix, as the Berbers, is up to feudal age. Yinghua is not up to feudal age, and he's also got 3 boar. Interestingly enough. Maybe he's stolen one of his allies' boar. Maybe he found an extra boar somewhere. Not sure. Well, I guess we're not going to find out. But, he just had some extra boar for some reason. Pretty cool. Where's this Phil going? Hang on. She's just walking around a little bit. But we're going to see the scout action coming in pretty soon, and we're going to see them continue to get these walls up. Look at this. Nicely done from Nyx. He's going to get another couple pieces of wall between those houses and the barracks as well. And now we're seeing, you know, the finality, I should say, of the walls around the secret hill. Way more gold on the SY side. That's kind of true. Is there any way that I can like make it big enough that I can only see one half of the map? And then I want to double click on a gold. That's 50. No, let's go like that. Double click again. 52,000 gold on SY side of the map. And there is 77,000 gold on the entirety of the map. Okay, that's a good shout. There is far more gold for SY. That's going to make life a little difficult for Secret. Let me just zoom back in so that I don't give people eye cancer as they try to look at everything and, you know, ant detail. Oh, but, not finishing this wall in time. This is giving possibly Viper and Tato a chance to get in here. They're double players making for scouts. Otherwise, it's stable down here. Okay, so we're going to see 2 players making scouts on each team. Having a little bit of a scout war. Trying to run around and pick off some bills here and there. Maybe trade off his scout? Nope. No, they're just running around. How come Robo is so knowledgeable about the game? Isn't he AoE 3 caster? Come on, bro, Cypherlay. I only cast AoE 3 like when Will needs backup. Just like he really only casts AoE 2 when we need backup. That's how it works. Yeah. Trummy, Cypherlay knows. Cypherlay knows me. We're I think, pretty good mates. I say that kind of hesitantly. But Will's just giggling in the background. Yeah, we're pretty good. He knows I'm pretty decent at the game. He's just trolling me a little bit for the amount of AoE3 content we do. But otherwise, these walls, look at Doubt go, man. Just huge circle going around his base. They're not finished on this front side, though. But I'm guessing they're thinking, okay, we're being aggressive. They won't come aggressive as well because they want to defend against the scouts of themselves. But here we see Tato possibly going to lose a villager here. But there is that one spearman in the back. Okay, he loses one scout to kill one villager, but takes a lot of damage. That is not good. Oh boy. Cypher, I can't say that word on stream, but if you want me to, I can call you that. Damn it, didn't look at the name. Thought someone was confusing you with Will. Oh, feels bad, man. Who's Sci-Fi? Part of EscapeAoE 2? No. Sci-Fi is not successful enough to be part of Escape. He's just a guy that used to be good at speedrunning, but now is not anymore. That's the sum of Sci-Fi's AoE 2 achievements, is I guess how I would say it. I'm a failure in life, he says. No, like, doubting you from here, man. Fully agreed. But the game must continue. Doubt and the Yo up to Castle Age at almost exactly the same time. We're going to see castles getting built somewhere on their hills. I would guess that Doubt probably makes his, around this sort of space. Sort of defends the stone. And it's just, frontwards. And I guess Yo probably makes it out here, maybe? Between the gold and the stone in front of the TC might be a good spot. So secure that space. I think that's going to be what the play is. But here we see Tato. Oh, keep getting them confused. Running around the back, trying to find some kills here or there. And I see a flare back here. One bill. Oh, look at this. Teamwork. Tato jumping into Viper's TC. Safety. Save me, Vipey. Save me. But look at this. Doubt with a... Sorry, not Doubt. Tato with a huge eco. Look at him go. He's already up to Castle Age as well. And Lix here just being a huge pain in the ass. Running around, trying to pick off, any villager anywhere he can find. Harassment here or there. Get some free picks off. Just distracting the players as they, react to it. But it looks like he's going to get chased away by the Viper now. And look at this go. There we see. Okay, Castle, yeah, sort of on the front between the stone and the gold. And, yeah, Doubt's defending the stone while he builds another TC down off the hill to secure some more wood. Because as we see, these small wood lines are becoming awkward to awkward to handle, I guess. They're pretty inefficient. It's not really worth it to build a new lumber camp, but you kind of have to. And what's this flaring happening on this side? Okay, they're flaring that there are scouts here. Quite a few scouts coming around. Viper notices. Where are Viper's scouts? Yeah, scouts somewhere on the map. Ah, they're around this way. They can't do anything on this side. And all these wood lines fully walled up. SY is on the ball. They know what they need to do to stay safe. And there's the second stable for Licks as well. Berber's going for heavy cavalry production, as you would expect. But look at this. Yinghua being pushed back a little bit. Viper, come back with the scout. Okay. Loses the scout, but he does trade off a scout with a spearman, though. That's pretty good. Pretty nice for Viper. And it looks like this early game seems to be favoring Secret. They have a 6-2 KD. So they've been, killing more than they're losing, clearly. That is how KDs work. But, that's quite promising for them. I'm sure they're happy with that. And look at this also. A little bit of a team wall here. Well, not really team wall. Like, wall to the edge of the map from Viper. Forcing any enemy military to come through this gap. Which is easy enough to, I guess, keep an eye on. One or two spearmen can just sort of sit here. And then if any army walks past, they're ready. They can see it. They can react to it. Hello, Ludicrous Man. How's it going, mate? What's up? But so far, this game, really not a lot is happening. Like, we've seen a couple of scouts roaming around. We're seeing some Mangadai and some camel archers being created, but there's no one being heavily aggressive, right? They're so far away on this map, it's very rare to see a forward siege workshop, forward monasteries, any sort of shenanigans like that. It's all about, making lots of military and then securing wood lines off the hill. So we see here Doubt double TCing this one wood line. This had to be the greatest game ever casted. Do you mean AoE 2 in general or this specific game? Because I'm not sure if this is the greatest game ever casted yet, seeing as, we're still only 20 minutes into the game. Not a lot has happened yet. Not what I would call highly exciting, but oh boy. Yo, no. No, attack the vills on the TC, man. Oh, Doubty. Doubty. Oh no, that's a Doubt TC. He's going to lose at least one, maybe 2 or 3 villagers here. There's the one camel archer though. Look at how much damage it does. One shot is like 9 or 10 damage on the Mangadai thanks to that attack bonus. But they are backing away. Oh, ever created. Oh, my bad. Sorry, just not reading correctly. AoE 2 is definitely the greatest game ever created. 100%. AoE 3 is a short second. Sorry, Will. Don't hate me. Okay, now I can see the chat. That's it. Viper, though. Viper's got his 2 TCs coming up as well. TC on stone is a little strange, I think, for the Indians. But I guess he just needs something to TC. He can start farming around. Brood War is a thing. Yeah, but like, AoE 2 is so much better than Brood War. Come on, bro. AoE 3 was awful. Nah, man. Like, I had that same opinion. I used to think, AoE 3 sucks. But after actually playing it properly and, learning how things work, I've sort of come around a little bit, and I feel it gets a little bit too much hate that is undeserved, is how I would put it. Oh, but these camel archers from Doubt getting a couple of Vilpix here, but there's a rush tower coming up from Yo to defend this wood line. Nicely done. And he's just going to keep trying to move around, peck off villages here and there. And look at this KD still for Secret. 15-6. They're absolutely destroying stuff. And, I literally 2 minutes ago said, you never really see forward siege workshops and monasteries on this map. And now Licks coming forward with a siege workshop and a monastery. He's doing this just to prove me wrong, I swear it. He doesn't really have enough military to really secure this forward, I think. And I wonder, though, does Tato know that this is here? He can see the monastery. He is aware that there is stuff happening. Oh boy. How is Tato going to defend this? Because I assume that we're just going to see mass camels coming in from Licks. Camels versus knights, not a good trade. But I guess Viper is still nearby with his own camels in position to help out, defend this. He'll be there. He'll help Tato out. They're good buddies. They'll be on the ball together. Up on the north, there we are. Doubt dropping a 3rd TC again, continuing to secure wood lines for the long game. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we see Tato doing a weird sort of like forward TC push to secure wood lines as well. Which is like, this is kind of why I like this map. Like, you can't just boom in the same spot. You have to spread out to get your resources. Like, we see Tato. His TCs are here. Viper's TCs are over here. Doubt's up here. We see Yo. He's got TC on the front. We see Yinghua has a TC on the front. And then we see Lix has these TCs like all the way out here that's so exposed. All the way out in the middle of nowhere. Which really make the game interesting to watch. But this looks like a pretty good fight for Secret. There's so much more army here. The scouts aren't particularly great, but the spears and the camels from the Viper will be enough to clean this up, push this back. And now, maybe they can get involved. Maybe they can take down Lix's forward here. Mangonel, though, trading off, not actually killing any of the monks. Oh, he jukes. He jukes. Look at that. Look at Tato go. Lucky, lucky man. On this side, though, the Camel Archer's still running around, picking up a couple of scouts and knights, it seems. KD starting to level out a little bit. 37 to 27. It's only 10 extra kills. Nothing too extreme. But the eco lead is quite extreme. I mean, look at this. You know, it's 20 extra villagers for Team Secret. That's the sort of thing that you want to see. 100% you want to see a nice big eco lead. And what is Tato flaring? Is he flaring these woodlands? I guess so. Maybe he's flaring for like team walls because they want to secure a trade at some point. I guess that's what the ball is. How is this other side going? Camel Archer's still, like, the problem here for Yo is that he can't take a fight against Doubt by himself. Because the Camel Archers will just absolutely shred through Mangadai. So he is forced to rely on Yinghua coming over and helping him out. Which means that you need 2 players to fight 1 player. Which is why I feel like just the Secret Army composition is so much better. Or I should say Civ composition. But now, you know, he'll just keep juking, run back, taking some shots. The stat-wise, the Camel Archer is even slightly better than the Mangadai. I didn't realize this, but they have 1 extra attack, but they have less armor. So I guess it... Less armor? No, they got the same armor. Oh, but look at this, though. Yo, with a nice gate there, trapping in these Camel Archers, taking some shots from these Mangadai as they run away. But look at this, just one-shotting Mangadai so easily. With such a wild abandon, as it were. But Yo is up to the Imperial Age. Is there any sling? Nope, no sling in this game. Yo just parrying his way up to the Imperial Age. Doubt, Tato, and Viper, honestly, aren't too far away. They've all got, you know, roughly 600 food. Almost enough gold to go up. They're getting closer. But Yo, with the second castle coming forwards and also another TC coming up to secure some more wood, he's going to be in a pretty powerful position here. A couple of Trebs coming forwards. Start pressuring Doubt early on. Could happen. But Tato is up to the Imperial Age as well. He's dropping a TC. What's happening down here? Some sneaky camels trying to run around the side. But I wonder, is Tato just going to go straight Paladin when he knows that there's mass camels out on the map from Lix? Let me just click off those units. I would assume so. Like, what else is he going to do? Helps, I guess? But that's not really ideal on any stretch of the imagination. Viper with those quick gates, trying to make sure that these camels get trapped in. And then deleting them once they're no longer useful. And here we see, yeah, preparing another layer of walls to defend their trade. And we're seeing Lix coming forward to do the same thing on this side. Oh, no. No, Viper. That's unfortunate. That's a forward castle and TC shut down. Absolutely denied. This gold is now free to be taken by SY. And as someone in the chat pointed out earlier, there is not a lot of gold on Secret side of the map. It's like every gold that is on their side of the map, they really want to secure it, or they need to start trading really early, which has its own set of problems. But Doubt and Viper also up to Imperial Age, and Yinghua and Lix. So all 6 players are up to Imperial Age within the space of 3 minutes, as you would expect from players of this high caliber. Everyone has fairly similar vill counts. Like, every Secret player is consistently 5 vills ahead, but it's not, you know, huge. It's not the end of the world. You know, 15 villagers here or there. Oh, but that's possibly going to be a nice trade. Maybe, no doubt. Where are you going? Oh, Yinghua not paying attention, leaving all these Mangadai just to get shredded. Oh, that is so nice for Doubt. Thinning down these Mangadai, especially as Yo just hit Imperial Age. Killing as many of those as possible before they can, you know, start benefiting from upgrades, getting Bracer, getting Chemistry, etc., etc. Late Mangadai as well, obviously. Everything they can do like that is incredibly good. Around this side, though, Tato is starting to push forwards. There's another castle. He's got some monks and knights coming around. He's got chivalry on the way, and cavalier, and plate barding armor. So he's fully invested into his knight play. And I guess we're going to see just full camels from Lix coming out to defend this. On the other side, Doubt coming forwards to deny this castle. Try to pick off as many villagers and units as he can. Getting Bracer himself. Does he have any trebs on the way? Doubt, no he does not. Doubt has no units in queue. Nothing, not a single unit is being produced at the moment for Doubt. He's only researching Bracer and Chemistry. That's so strange. Doubt, what are you thinking, man? Okay, there we are. Elite Camel Archer coming in and Conscription. Hopefully none of those are at the front castle, that's right. But he only has the 2 castles. So, 2 castles? Probably not enough production. I guess if he gets Casbah, it might work out okay. And we see, Viper coming forward with a ton of camels, just straight up in the grill of Yinghua. The Cavalier player, the Knight player from SY, but they're swinging around. The Mangadai, the Knights, they're coming. They want Viper out. They're like, get out of our base, mate. This is ours. Piss off. And here, Tato coming forwards, trying to build some more sneaky castles, maybe. But, just getting mobbed by all of Lix's camels. And these Cavaliers, yeah, they're only castle-age camels, but they're still camels against knights, essentially. Paladin, though, once Paladin hits, Tato is going to be in a brilliant position. Plus these 4 monks that are roaming around, getting some heals off, getting some converts as well. You need everything fighting, though, Tato. I am telling them, Will. Thank you for that wonderful input. But I think, actually, Tato, he just took the fight a little bit too early. Like, it's right before Paladin finishes. Every one of these Cavaliers is going to die. Look at that. There's like 6 of them left at the point when Paladin came in. Such a frustrating waste. Feels bad, man. And also, it seems that trade is being considered. There's vills there. There's markets in this corner already for Yo. How about for Secret? Doubt already has 3 markets. And Viper already has 3 trade carts from his markets coming up. So they're already preparing for that switch into the late game. Lix, though, starting to treb down these forward castles from Tato. I guess the big thing here, though, is can Tato, harass this corner enough? There we are. We've got some sneaky barracks even. Ooh, is he maybe going to do like a Helb switch? Helb's in the trade line. Not really the best raiding unit, but it's enough, I think, to stop the markets being produced too easily, and it'll thin down any camel numbers that come too close. But on this side, though, there's no one to support Doubt at the moment. Like, Viper is about to lose this castle. He does have this gold, though. He's getting some fortified walls up, which is nice. Getting through there. Is there any reason you don't want us to hear the game? Can you not hear the game? Really? I'll turn the volume back up. I was not aware that the game was not being heard. Thank you for that heads up. Let me know if it goes too loud now. Maybe I've gone too far in the other direction. Just let me know. I can see it going up on the audio thingo in OBS. So I assumed it was okay. But now I've put it up a little bit. And everyone's saying it's fine. Okay, excellent. Thank you for the feedback, guys. Doubt. Come on, man. You can't afford to lose these. You need... Okay, here we go. Come on, Tato. Get in here. Back him up. Paladin, though, is about to hit for Yinghua. Just like 2 or 3 more seconds. He's going to get Paladin. They can maybe try to charge in here, get a fight. How much army does each side have? I don't want that trebuchet in the group, but it's almost dead equal in terms of military. Oh, no. It's so close. Everything on the screen. Oh, there's even some Imperial Camels coming in as well. Look, it's so dead even. There's the 2 trebs. They've both gone down. Numbers so close. Oh, God. I don't know what to say. I think Secret's getting out slightly ahead there, but the problem is they don't have any siege. And I think this was like the biggest problem for AM when they played SY. If you have the Indian player, you don't have any heavy siege civ. You don't have any civ with siege siege ram. Whereas Mongols, they get siege ram, they get speedy siege rams, they get siege onagers as well. Like, they've got so many options in terms of what siege units to make. Whereas Secret are very much stuck with bombard cannons, trebs, and cap rams, which aren't ideal. But on this side, okay, Viper is full on fighting Lix now. Imperial camels versus heavy camels. It is not a fair fight whatsoever. But numbers are slightly in Lix's favor. There's a couple more camels up on the right-hand side that are skewing the numbers. Let's just move over this way. But no, they're going to come in. I think Viper might win this initial engagement, but once the extra camels get here, they should be enough to clean this up. Maybe they can get there in time to deny the castle. I think building this gate was a mistake, though, for Lix, because all these camels have to walk around this side past the castle. His army is just sitting here waiting. They want to fight, but they can't. They're stuck behind this wall or walking around here. And the castle's going up. There we are. Castle is done. There are still actually no walls on Doubt side of the map to defend the trade line. Which is a little questionable. Like, I feel like a wall between this wood line and the edge of the map could definitely be a good shout. Yeah, there we see Tato is flaring. He's like, yo, we've got a huge hole here. Can you, like, fix that? And it looks like Doubt prefers the forward walls, but I wonder, does he know about that little hole up here? Oh, no, he doesn't. That could be incredibly awkward. Like, if just imagine Yo just deletes a stone wall and 40 Mangudai run in here and kill the trade. That would be so horrible. But this game is still looking pretty good for Secret. Like, they've got a huge trade lead. They're 35 trade cards up. They're in a much better position for transitioning into the late game. The only problem is they've got 30, 40 more trade cards. SY has 30, 40 more military. So they just sort of need to hold on. They need to defend well enough over the next, 5, 10 minutes. And then they should have a good chance at pushing back later on. Okay, there's the second wall coming up. Good spot, Skywalker. Good job, Doubt. You're on the ball. You're doing what your team needs. Okay, I like this wall as well from Viper. Like, if they can, like, link up these walls somehow, walling in front of this castle between the wood lines, then that side is totally safe. And there are walls sort of coming up around this side. They're not really fully built, but they're enough to funnel the enemy in through a certain area. The problem is that I'm going to keep saying this, there's no real heavy siege. There's no siege ram. There's no one making any siege at the moment. Like, Viper's got 12 trade cards queued up. Like, you could make, a couple of cap rams maybe. Like, that might be enough. But, oh, look at these Mangudai just sniping down these trebs. Magnificent. There's siege rams coming in for Yo. They're going to start pushing in. These trebs, they're taking down this castle. There's a lot of camel archers popping through the back. Where are the Mangudai going? They're not going to get through this wall. They could maybe pick off like 1 or 2 trade cards as they run past. But I don't think that's a good use of the Mangudai. I need to stop selecting units so we can keep seeing this helpful bar graphs. But it looks like Doubt's castle is going down pretty soon. We see Drill coming in as well and siege engineers. Yo is going hard on the siege weapons that he needs. Viper swinging around to the side again with some more Imperial Camels, but Doubt, he's only down to 2 castles. And he's only at 140 pop. He can't keep up mass when he's losing so many Camel Archers and he can't replace them quickly enough. He needs to buy 300 more stone, but you can't really afford to buy stone when you don't have like full trade yet. So it's really dicey. And then these siege rams, they're going to break through here. Like, there's a villager trying to wall. Nope, that villager's dead now. There's another villager up that end, but she's going to die too. And I was saying for a long time that I think Secret's in a brilliant spot, but now, over the space of like 2 or 3 minutes, Doubt losing that castle, being pushed back, I think it's swinging back the other way. Yo is really like trying to carry SY through here. They're going to break through this wall. Okay, there's some Paladin here to defend, but if the Paladin are here defending, then there's nothing down on this side to defend, and these Paladin can run in and start killing things, right? Like, they have to keep army here just in case there's a chance that the army comes through here, which allows this army to go somewhere else. But okay, we're going to see a big fight coming in here. There's a defensive castle popping up in the trade line. It looks like Doubt did buy the stone that he needed. And now, let's see, how's it going? It's like all the military on the screen. There's like 20 more military here for SY, and there's another forward castle coming up right outside the siege, outside the trade line, sorry. Oh no, this is so bad. Look at 60, 50 army to 20. This is horrible. They've got a 70 army, 80 army advantage at the moment for SY. I think this has to be the GG. There's no way that Secret can come back and clear this army out of the trade line. And while that's happening, we're seeing the Camel Archer switch from Lix. He's full heavy camel, full Camel Archer. They are pushing in hard on Tato's side. Tato's switching into Halberdiers. Halberdiers is not going to really help you that much because there's a bunch of Camel Archers here. And these Paladins, they're killing trade cards. The Mangudai also killing trade cards, killing the Imperial Camels as well. The 2 rams are trying to get the castle. I'm not sure if they'll get it. They might. Gold distribution was too unfair. Yes, but that just sort of happens sometimes with maps. Like, there were a lot of gold, roughly along this center line that are just, slightly over on this side, I feel. Like, there was a lot of golds, like, through here that Secret could maybe have tried to make a play for at some point if they tried to be a bit more aggressive. But, it's really easy for us to say things like that in retrospect. Say, oh, if only they'd done A, B, or C differently, they would have won. Like, that's not really how it works when you're in the moment playing the game. Is T90 not allowed to cast this tournament? Everybody is allowed to cast this tournament, but we're casting the recorded games. These games were played, approximately a week ago, and now we just do the recorded games on Saturday, so it's nice and consistent. You show up, you know that you can see match 1, 2, 3 back to back with minimal breaks. You're not having to wake up at 8 a.m. on a Monday, or start watching a series at midnight on a Thursday, or some really weird hours. Where's the trade card numbers? Sorry, I'll click off things. Secrets still have the trade numbers. I will give them that, but there's a lot of trebs here taking down these castles. These trade cards, they're going down. The Mangadai and the castle are picking them off bit by bit, and Lix is just destroying Tato here. Tato is just absolutely mauled. He's lost 2 TCs, so much of his farming eco. I would be surprised if he has, any farm eco really other than these guys up at the top of the hill. You're Australian. Yeah, but like I'm living in the UK now, so I'm in GMT +1 time. So like, normal good time for esports, for Age of Empires. Which is absolutely lovely. I no longer have to, do that stupid thing where I have to wake up at midnight to watch games, because that's just normal time for me. That's like, midday, like a decent time. I can do that. But, oh god, they're pushing in so hard. There's still a lot of villas repairing this castle. It is still standing. It is still up. They're still in the lead with trade cards. They're falling behind a little bit in villages. Possibly because of Tato just losing quite a lot of his eco here. But the big problem is just how much space they're losing. Right? Like, SY is almost in position to push up this hill. Or, push around the hill, ram down one of these walls, go into the trade on this side as well. If they can threaten both corners at the same time, that is just huge. I feel like Camel Archer doesn't have the damage output on Paladin, while Mangadai does it better, Skywalker. They both have the exact same attack, and I believe that they both have a similar fire rate. Oh god, I was looking at this like a week or 2 ago after watching the AM vs SY games. I can't remember what the results were. I think they're almost similar in terms of rate of fire. The big difference is just the Mangadai are, I think, slightly better against a bigger range of units, right? Oh, that's a good onager shot. Like, if there's any rams or mangonels or trebs, the Mangadai just destroy them instantly, whereas the Camel Archers don't, because they don't have that nice, handy attack bonus against siege weapons. Oh, look at all these trade cards. Look at it dropping. They were 30 trade ahead, now it's 15. The Camel's there to defend, but we're going to lose another castle here. There's all these rams, there's these trebs, there's more onagers rolling forwards. Lix is getting pushed back a little bit thanks to the mass helbs from Tato, but helbs are not the unit you want to be making. And there we see Secret, they are pulling the GG. SY get a game back, trying to level out the scores, getting it to a 2-1. Let me just quickly update the overlays, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, I am back. Wow, that was a good game. Yes, it was. It was very, very even for large portions of the game. And the 3v3 capture age looks so good. Oh boy, doesn't it? It is so amazing. There's so many amazing things you can look at, other than the obvious just zoom potential that capture age has. There's, like, you click on a unit, you see their stats. If you don't click, you see these beautiful bar graphs that display, how much military is on the field, who's making what, where is the army coming from. On this side, you've got all the resources. You can click on it to cycle through different things. Like there's slinging and all sorts of cool, lovely stats. The Capture Age team is amazing. They do such a good job at making this lovely program that we are lucky enough to be able to use for casting. Where's Zach? Zach's busy setting up stuff for the New World Championship LAN that's coming up next week. He will be here to cast the grand final, though. He will be here. The winner of this series taking on Suomi coming up in, whenever this series is finished, basically. There'll be like a 5-10 minute break while I grab something to eat before we get into the grand final. And then you will hear the mighty Zero Empires. But we're about to go in to game number 4, Frisia. Let's go. Let me just load Capture Age. Let's not use normal AOC. That would look weird. Here we go. Frisia. SY versus Secret. Will the Definitive Edition become the main game for competitive scene? Hopefully, assuming that it's good enough, that is what will happen. But, wait and see once Definitive Edition is released. But let's talk about this game and not the game that is coming out later this year. For SY, we have Lix here in the teal playing as the Portuguese on the, I guess, eastern corner. The other eastern corner player, though, we have the Yo as his pocket, playing in the green as the Japanese. Off to the left-hand side, the southern corner, we have Yinghua playing in the blue as the Magyars. Okay, 3 civs. Portuguese and Japanese both make sense. Magyars, I guess they also make sense, because, they've got that cavalry, cav archer sort of land aggression option, whereas the other 2 are both good water civs for contesting the water on this map. But Secret side, we have Doubt here on the western corner, playing as the Magyars. The pocket for Secret is the Viper as the Vikings. And then finally we have Tato here in the red as the Mongols. So, Frisia. Let's just do a quick rundown of Frisia. This is a water map. There are all these shallows crisscrossing through the middle of the map that allow boats to, get in the way, attack army, but not totally dominate like some of the Bog Island sort of maps that we saw in the East Asia stage. Then, around like the edges of the map, we see there are this golden stone little tiny islands with some wolves. This just like sort of promotes extra map control, I guess. Like if you control water, you get this brilliant fishing that you can see hovering up and down. All these dolphins and salmon and tuna and whatnot. But then you also get gold and stone access, which is lovely. You can delay trade a little bit. Helps you in that transition to the late game, which is brilliant. More towers, more bombard towers, more castles, etc., etc. Whereas, because on these islands, you only really get slightly less than standard resources. You get 1 stone, you get 2 stones that are slightly smaller, and 3 golds that are also slightly smaller than normal. So you lose a little bit of resources, but there's all these extra ones around the sides to sort of make up for that, as it were. And then the final thing is that there are no berries for any player. What you do instead is you get 1, you get 2, you get 3 boars per player, and you also get some extra deer. Instead of 1 group of 3 or 4 deer, you get 1 group of about 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I can do maths. 8 deer, which is really great, especially for Mongols. So, Secret clearly, with their civs for the last series, we're thinking, okay, Mongols versus Indians. Well, if we save Mongols for Frisia, that civ is just bonkers because there is so much hunt on the map. Makes sense. And then we saw earlier where Secret decided to use Teutons versus SY's Vikings on Red Side Fortress. Now they have Vikings here. Remember, with all this water, Viking making longboats, they can run around, they can deal quite a lot of damage and be very good at controlling the water on this map. Oh boy, is Tato going to lame a boar? Or maybe even Viper comes forward and lames a boar? That would be pretty cool. Maybe he's got 1, 2, 3 boars under his TC already. It looks like he's taking one of Viper's boars. Viper being a good guy, sharing some hunting with his teammate that really uses it. Feels civ win, man. Well, it's only a civ win if you think about it as Secret put the preparation in thinking. Lix lost 2 vills? Really? Oh, I can see 1 dead villager here. Let's just zoom in on that corpse. That's a skeleton right there. And he's still... all the scouts are alive, so he's lost another villager someplace else. And oh boy, Viper stealing a boar. Oh boy. So Lix is minus 2 hills, is minus at least 1 boar. Possibly a third one as well. And he's going to be against a Mongol player that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boars and a ton of deer. Like, look at him. Look, he's up on 18 pop, which is, 19 pop, which is not too strange for the Mongols. Oh, no, is he going to lame this villager as well? Oh, Tatty, okay. You're not laming that villager, fair enough. Yeah. 19 pop scouts. He's going to have so much food. He's going to have food for days and days and days. Look at him. He's already got 600 food in the bank. And he didn't even do loom. Tato just went straight feudal without loom. Oh, my God. Crazy, man. Crazy. Look at all this hunting he's got. He's still got another boar and a half sitting under his TC. So much food. Stable's about to come down. Triple stable scouts. Man. I would not be, like, surprised. Honestly, I think he could have done, like, a 20 plus 2 FC if he really wanted to. Like, make 1 or maybe 2 more villages in Dark Age. And mark a blacksmith, go to stone, make Mangadai. It'd be a little bit memey, I think. Not the best strategy, but it could work. Yeah, Mongol with 5 boar and 8 deer is crazy scary. Hell yeah. He can sell stone and still go up. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, the amount of food that Tato has. Let's just take a look. How much food per minute? Okay, it's not that crazy compared to everybody else. But I guess, to be fair, he's been switching off onto other resources at the moment. Is he going to come mill Viper's deer as well? Oh my god, please tell me that's the plan. Please. Oh my god, this is brilliant. Is that what you're doing? Are you milling Viper's deer? Oh, sick as. Yeah? No? Maybe?
It sounds like you're on Skype with someone, isn't it?
God, Will, stop it. I'm casting. Don't judge me. You're going to make me feel self-conscious. And he's also done the super early blacksmith. Look at this, 11.5 minute forging for that +1 attack. Lix isn't even in feudal age yet, and he's losing villages left, right, and center. He's trying to build a mill on his deer. Doesn't even finish it. Can't make farms because he doesn't have a mill, by the way. Is he? Yep. Tato is taking Viper's deer. He's going to have 5 boar and 16 deer as the Mongols. So on this map, Ludicrous Man, you get 3 boars each to begin with. Plus, he took 1 from Viper. Plus, there was 1 lane from Lix, which gives you 5 boars. Plus, you got all the extra deer that you start with on this map. But Lix is so bad. Like, I shouldn't say he's so bad. He's in such a bad position, is how I should word it. Because he's just dropped his stable. He's trying to make some scouts. But Tato already has 5 scouts out with +1 attack. Plus Viper's deer now. Exactly, right? 5 boar and 16 deer. That's like quick maths. 16. The 16 deer alone are nearly 2k food. Plus the 5 boar is like another 1.5k food. So we're looking at 3.5, like 3 to 3.5 thousand quick gathering food for the Mongols. I'm flabbergasted. That is just insanely powerful. And yeah, his KD isn't amazing, but that doesn't really matter. Like, he's just threatening to deal so much damage on this map, right? He can just run around with his fully upgraded scouts almost. He just needs to get a little bit of gold in the bank and he can get bloodlines, which he's doing. We can see that he is mining gold somewhere. Here we are. He's probably going to do bloodlines pretty soon. Fully upgraded scouts by, like, minute 15 is crazy. But we should stop focusing so much on Tato because there are other players in this game doing their own things. Tato is just fish booming and making scouts of his own. Yinghua is doing the same but with slightly less fish. And then Yo is fish booming and going for galleys, it seems. Is that maybe just a couple just to defend the water while going FC? But it's Market Blacksmith. Tato, yeah, I know that that's down, Tico. I wanted to look at the other players that are in this game rather than just staring at Tato, right? Like, I know Tato is doing really well, but I want to, give everyone an overview of the entire game. And it looks like Yo, he's got fletching. So is he maybe going for water with galleys as Japanese? While Viper, as the Vikings with a huge fish boom in the back. Big eco. Remembering, he didn't take his deer. Didn't take one of his boar. Letting Tato take them instead. And he's even going forwards with some villagers, it seems, to try to drop some forward docks for faster longboat production. But where is this Phil going? Is he going to be able to juke the wolf? Can he do it? Nope. Yes. Oh, Viper. Oh. Oh, look at that. Ha. Saves the villager on 4 HP. So clutch. So clutch. Yeah. Viper's just FC longboats, while at the same time Yo is FC war galley. Maybe if his galleys were here a little bit faster and could have denied the dock, that would have been enough to make the galleys worthwhile. But longboats are just such a better unit all around. Oh, did I say Tato is fish booming? Oh, my bad. My bad. I meant Doubt is fish booming. Sorry, I've been saying Tato so often that now I'm saying that everyone's Tato. Doubt trying to run around. He's even got a fire galley of his own, trying to like push in here, maybe kill off 1 or 2 of these fishing ships, just harass the eco of Yinghua. Scouts are coming in as well. God, there's so many things to look at. And on this side, Doubt is losing fishing ships to scouts. Oh, 1 of the fishing ships goes down. Scouts OP. And here comes the Yo's galleys. Straight around this side. He knows that Doubt is fish booming. He's here to clean that shit up. You're not allowed to fish boom in this game. Okay, Sogom, I apologize. My bad. My bad. I screwed that up. But here we see the Viper with his longboats. He's just sort of, I guess, going to position 1 or 2 of them along here just to help out the Viper. Sorry, help out Tato. And he's also getting gill nets at this point in time. So his fish boom is going to start like booming ahead, as it were. Just keep getting stronger and stronger. Maybe come around this side, make some more docks. And now he's going to swing to this side to try to help out Doubt. But Doubt losing some villagers on the wood line as well. But the longboats and the spearmen are doing enough to clean up these scouts, chase them away. And there's only 3 war galleys at the moment. If Tato was fish booming with his hunting, he'd be up to Imperial Age. Man, I don't doubt it. That would just be crazy good. Maybe he can come in here and pick off 1 or 2 fish. But I think he just wants to keep running away from Lix's spearmen all the time. And oh boy, what's this that I'm seeing from Lix? Lix is coming forwards with not a lot of military, just a ton of villagers and a couple of scouts that aren't upgraded and a spearman. But really, Tato doesn't have anything to defend this with. He needs to rush up a tower here, but oh no, the scouts are just going straight back here for the vills. The spearmen are trying to chase them backwards, but this looks like Tato might have some problems here. This tower might not go up. Like, I know the scouts are running away, the vills are back onto it, but this tower from Lix is, 50% already. Tato's is only 30. Okay, they're both going to go up at about the same time, it looks like. Looks like it. 90%. Oh, actually, Tato, his tower will go up for sure, but it might go down pretty quickly with these 2 villagers bashing away at the base of it. No, Bill, go back. Where are you going? Where are you going, lady? Attack the tower. Oh, she makes it. Just. But okay, here comes Tato's scouts. He's in here. He wants about the same time. Dude, come on. Give me a break. It's like 30, not even 30 seconds. Like 15-second difference. It's fine. T90 fine, guys. But these scouts are here to help out Tato as well. This should be able to clear up this tower, I think. And that 1 spearman goes down. Although the thing is that Tato can't really repair his tower, but neither can Lix. So it's sort of a bish bash bosh. It goes both ways. They're both winning and losing this tower war at the same time. The spears are coming in though, but the bloodlined, fully upgraded feudal age scouts are clearing this up. And Tato, look at this. He's nearly castle already. He's going to have some siege weapons online pretty soon. And what's happening around this side? There's a couple of war galleys here, but there's also some longboats. They are hunting them down. And look at Viper's KD, 7-3. He's doing well, getting some villagers as well. Inaccurate longboats, though, missing, unfortunately. But at the same time at home, Viper's up to 3 TCs almost. Doubt, the boomer himself, building his 2nd TC. Still got quite a few fish out on the map. Secret side, they're ahead by 5 fish and a few villagers here and there. Yinghua trying to drop some TCs of his own. But it seems... Okay, no, Viper, you can't take that, I don't think. Maybe if he does some sick micro? But, like, they're so close to Yo's docks, it's going to just keep reinforcing so quickly. That was good value for Lix? I think so. Like, oh, he actually did win this. Shit, I missed it. It looks like most of Tato's scouts have now died. And now Lix is just going to keep pushing forwards with towers. I feel like this is the only thing he feels he can do. Right? He's stuck feudal age. He's got no food, no gold, nothing, no resources anywhere in the bank. So he can't attempt to follow Tato up to the castle age. He has to deal feudal damage And it seems Spearmen and Towers is his units of choice. Viper, though, trying to clean up these War Galleys, but not going to do it, unfortunately. There's going to be a couple of them left. No, he's coming back in there. He realizes it. But round the back of Viper's base, there's a couple of Knights running in. He doesn't have any land military units whatsoever. There's one single camel here from Tato. Maybe he can make a handful more Tatos, a couple more camels, I should say, to clean up these Knights in the back. And just, secure their combined eco. Because I feel like at this point in time, that is Tato's job. He just needs to, sort of be a buffer for Viper, defend him from any sort of raids like this, and just let him take map control with all these longboats. Like, he's already got 21 longboats on the field. Yo only has 13 war galleys, and longboats are better than war galleys. So you have more units, and you have better units. So, and more forward docks coming in as well, really trying to secure this central area of the map to give him a nice launching off point, I should say, I guess. To go in here, keep attacking. Yo, try to get in here, kill some more fish, come around the backside of Yinghua. But what is the good Lord Doubt doing? He's building a 4th TC and only making really a bare handful of knights, it seems. I can't really see him with much military anywhere on the map. There's like one knight there, a couple of knights here. It says he has 16 military, but I have no idea where any of it is. Let's switch over to the military point of view. He just probably just a bunch of right. He has just tons of spearmen in his base. Dup. There we are. Found it. So yeah, Doubt is just full booming and making just enough knights and monks and stuff to just sort of defend himself a little bit. I don't think this monk will survive though. These war galleys should patrol in here and just kill them. It wasn't a patrol, but they did kill them. They did good. But now, Viper up to the Imperial Age. The longboat spam is coming. Oh god, this is going to be scary. There's probably going to be siege rams as well to back this up later on, I guess. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Make 1 or 2 siege workshops, start to get some ram production going, and then just ram along the edges of the coastline. Because siege rams tanking war galleys is just going to, triple the effectiveness of the longboats. And Frisia looks like an interesting map. Hell yeah, it is. This is such a cool map. There's so many different ways to play the map. I think Mongols are probably a little bit too strong on the map because of all the hunt. It's if Mongols weren't being played, the balance between having lots of hunt so you can be really aggressive on land, but then there's really good fish in the corners or in between these islands. So going for water control is also really good. So it's really interesting, how teams balance the two different conflicting play styles, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. But right now, Yinghua, he's getting +2 armor for his knights. He doesn't really have too much army. He's got 5 knights roaming around, that's all. He's dropping 4th TC as well, but now he's starting to place more stables on the front. More stables. He's going to start maybe going full castle age knights, it seems. Whereas Lix, oh boy, our boy Lix, with his tower rush, is finally up to the castle age. And Tato is building a castle to, I guess, secure the front of his base. This castle is in range of all of these towers. It can take them all down. He might lose 1 or 2 villages, I guess, but he seems comfortable with that just to secure his base. Caravel counter longboats? I guess. Probably. I don't think it's ever a matchup I've actually seen before. But I feel like longboats are probably better on this sort of a mixed map. Right? If there's any rams, longboats are the best water unit for killing rams because they fire so many arrows. Every arrow does at least 1 damage. So they take down rams quite quickly. And then against other units like knights or mangonels or crossbows or whatever, the mass arrow fire is so good against anything that anyone is making, really. And we see here Doubt and Tato teaming up here just to sort of make sure that this side of their side of the map is safe. This side of this side. And that was a bit of a weird way to word it. There's a couple of knights roaming around, maybe kill a few vills, not a big deal. Doubt can come chase this down pretty quickly. But here we see actually a pretty good fight, I think, for Yo. That one knight actually tanking quite a bit, and Viper has a lot of injured longboats here, and they're not elite yet. Elite longboat is coming. It's on the way. He just needs to hold on for another 15, 20 seconds. If he can deny this castle, though, that would be huge. Because he's spent a lot of resources securing this area with these docks. A castle just completely denies that. He probably... Oops, that was the wrong button. I just did Alt-G, I think. How did I just change the colors? There we are. That was weird. Okay, that's fixed. So he's seen the Siege Workshop. He's probably going to add his own rams at some point. That's a strange farm. I hope you're not trying to farm with that one, Mr. Viper. That's like the worst farm I've ever seen in my life. But the longboats, they are starting to clean up against the galleons. Yep, doing pretty well. There's a couple of knights here as well, but with some micro, I think Viper's fine. Over here, these towers, they've been upgraded to guard tower, I should say, but there's some rams. The castle's still cleaning things out. And Tato can start to raid with Mangadai now, I think, if he wants to. Okay, and Yo's moved his castle over to this side on top of this little hill. I like that. I think that's pretty good. But look at how quickly that ram fell down. Let me just zoom in a little bit more, a little bit too far out. That ram just got flattened by all these longboats, taking it all down. And let's see. Is Doubt preparing a push? I would think so. He's up to Imperial Age. He's dropping stables. He's dropping a castle here to secure this gold. I like that one. A couple of knights roaming around. Some random spearmen as well. He's still got all of his fish and even some demos just going someplace, I guess. Trying to be useful. And oh no, the castle gets denied again. Oh no. That's a huge feels bad, man. For Yo. There's even these knights here from Doubt to clean up the rams and Siege Workshop, I guess. That's a Doubt castle, 100%. Like, it's only 67% on the way up, though, so like, it's not the worst Doubt castle I've ever seen. But it looks like Lix's aggression is now being cut down. He's got a couple of villages in these two towers that can't really go anywhere. There's a ram here. Ooh, that was a nice little wall. But this ram is going to eventually get there. I guess Tato can make another ram or two. There we are. On the way. Doubt, getting Cavalier, getting Husbandry. The mass longboats are still on, still in play. Even getting markets up, it seems. Yep, Viper dropping markets. Where are Doubt's markets? Out here would be, I guess, the longest distance, but not necessarily the safest. Maybe just like a market here, or even up here might be pretty good. Tato can delete the mining camp. Oh, that's true. Didn't even see that. I don't know why I assumed it would be Lix, but there is a mining camp there that could be deleted. Oh, he knows, but there is actually still one palisade wall here between the tower and where these Mangadai are standing. You can just see the edges there. Oh, Viper, look at this. Stonewalling in this trebuchet just in case these knights, or the knights are there, in case the knights tried to get in there and snipe it. The castle, it will go up, but Viper's got another castle nearby. He's going to start the treb production pretty soon. These longboats, they're just so dominating. He doesn't really want to go near the castle, though, so he's going to stay back here and just keep holding and chilling here, securing this position. And then Doubt, though, denying this castle, denying this gold, these farmers, with his earlier Cavalier timing over Yinghua. Militarily, they're both pretty even, but a lot of Yinghua's knights, yes, they were up on this side of the map. Now they're running down here to try to defend this. But there's more streaming in from Doubt. Look at Doubt's eco. He could possibly just hold back and wait for Paladin, I think. Just sit here on this hill. He's almost got the resources needed to do Paladin. I think that's what he's doing. He's not really making any units whatsoever at the moment. Keep checking out the middle. Still just taking down these rams. Okay, there's the one Mangonel, though, that's going to take down the Treb. Oh, no, it just gets flattened. Big volley of longboat arrows. And now we see Doubt, yep, getting Paladin. Once he has Paladin, he is just going to stream in here and just destroy Yinghua, I think. Because Yinghua is nowhere near getting Paladin anytime soon. He's full on Cavalier production. And Tato, still Castle Age, though. Getting some Mangadai up and about. Probably going to try to raid these villages here. Oh, he could get in here to Yo's Woodlines. Oh, and these golds. Oh, so many juicy, juicy villages ready to be taken down. And it looks like Lix's forward has finally been denied. There's the one ram in the tower taking it down. All cleaned up, but the Trebs took the castle down and now they're backing up. Viper has his own cap ram production coming in. probably saving up for siege ramp at the moment, and now Doubt building another castle to help secure the middle water. Nice play by Doubt to help out Viper here. Not that I think Viper necessarily needs it, but it's just, you know, that little extra thing that helps out. And now Doubt just about to get Paladin in. He should maybe fall back and wait for, you know, 10-15 seconds just to make sure. Taking a fight underneath the TC and the castle would be pretty bad before he gets Paladin. But now, Tato up to Imperial Age. We're going to have 3 players in Imp versus only the 2. Lix is so far away from ever being a part of this game. Secret has, you know, 50 extra villagers at the moment. Secret Doubt, he's getting his Paladin. Yinghua as well, but he's so far behind. Yinghua, you cannot afford to take a fight. No. Yinghua. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is going to be bad. Okay, he's running back. This is good. This is good. Stay back. Stay near the castle. Stay near the TC. Do your best. If you take this fight... Oh, I'm not happy. There are more Paladin than Cavaliers to begin with. And they're Paladin compared to Cavaliers. He's switching into Pikeman as well, but then why... Oh, god damn it. Yinghua losing everything. Everything. He has 25 Cavaliers, apparently, somewhere on the map. Okay, there's a bunch of them over here not doing anything. That's useful. But at the moment, when Yinghua gets Paladin, he is going to have only 27 or so units getting upgraded at most, it seems. Okay, Paladin just came in, and he only had 28 Cavalier when he could have had, you know, closer to 50 if he'd been able to stall out a little bit longer. Feels bad, man. And now Viper is just pushing in so hard across here. More siege workshops. The Trebs are coming in. Oh, boy. Yes, we do cast recorder games. These games were played, you know, a week or week and a half ago, something like that. But we keep it nice and consistent to play on the weekends. And Viper with the BM, just a single G. Not even a GG. It's just a game. Or maybe it's a good. I'm not sure. He's just got the 1G. Robo, if you are live, say quotation marks. 1, 2, 3, end quotation marks. You happy now? Haru, am I live? But there we are. That is the end of this semi-final. Secret taking it 3-2-1. Very, very well played for them. I think this last game purely came down to civ picks, right? They lost the last game on Team Acropolis because they didn't have, well, maybe because they didn't have Mongols. But they've won this game kind of because they had Mongols early in the game and they had Vikings. Whereas SY kind of wasted Vikings slinging on Ridgesled Fortress when that could have been Judens. Maybe that would have been better. Whew. Well played. We'll switch out. We'll take a look at the schedule. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break before we get to the grand final. Because I need to grab something to eat. I need to go to the toilet, have a breather. We'll be back in 10, we'll say 12 minutes. Because I need to update some of the overlays and stuff as well. But we will be back soon. Secret in AoE, Secret in Dota 2. That's it exactly.